I'm definitely not going back down to minimum wage or anything less than $30 an hour. And I want some food stamps.
I don't work. I stay home every day. I'm not able to work, so I should be getting the maximum amount.
To all y'all that said I didn't deserve food stamps or I shouldn't get food stamps or I should go to work or any of those things, skip y'all.
I used my EBT card today. That's right. If you live in Illinois, your tax dollars went to me and my blueberry citrus scones that I just made tonight. They're really good. And guess what? That's not all I made. I also made some kolachki.
Sheer hubris.
I don't know about y'all, but I remember a time being on food stamps. I remember being embarrassed to go through the line with them food stamps. But now we buying food with cash. And I want some food stamps. Cause we're paying $4.99 for strawberries. $5.99 for blueberries. Like, I'm definitely not going back down to minimum wage or anything less than $30 an hour.
Okay.
And that's not even enough.
Oh.
I want some food stamps, but I ain't gonna get on food stamps. I'm gonna buy some food stamps. So let's stop acting like that's not how it works. That's the society that we live in. Once you start making enough money to not qualify for food stamps, you need to buy some food stamps. The goal is to make enough money that you don't need to qualify for food stamps or have to buy food stamps. Where y'all at with it? Tap in, tune in, comment below.
You going to jail. You're going to jail.
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of the food stamp office, okay? Okay, hang on. Before I get myself worked up, I just came here to talk about how I went from literally $1,700 in food stamps for a family of 3, okay? I don't work. I stay home every day. I'm not able to work, so I should be getting the maximum amount. Especially because he needs cereal, chips, pop. He needs all that. And I need my energy drinks. So I'm not going to have this taking me down from that much. And they took me all the way down to $120. Which they didn't even tell me why. I just got this notice in here. It says they were cutting me back on food stamps. So now I'm really going to have to cut back on everything. He's not going to be able to have his pop no more. He's not going to be able to have his cereal every day for breakfast and his chips that he eats all day long. Wow. Great. Thanks.
You're welcome. Replace EBT SNAP with MREs and watch everyone get jobs. I've never had an MRE, but I'm guessing they're not delicious.
Food stamp update. So I got a call the other day, December 5th, right? From DS. They let me know that I am still waiting for my application to be processed. So I have to just continue to wait and not have any food stamps, which we're getting by, and stuff like that. But what I hope for is it doesn't take a whole nother month, but maybe it may take another month for the food stamp SNAP benefit to, hit or approve, because she did say that I'm approved. So that's a really good thing. To all y'all that said I didn't deserve food stamps or I shouldn't get food stamps or I should go to work or any of those things, skip y'all.
Boo. It's a job application.
Starting today, millions of Americans could see their grocery budget shrink. The largest cut to food stamp benefits in U.S. history is now in effect, and officials estimate 2.4 million people will qualify each month. 2.4 million fewer people will qualify each month for those benefits. Fox 13's Evan Moon looked at the impacts of the changes to the SNAP program.
40 million Americans use SNAP benefits, and Florida has one of the highest enrollments. But with new work requirements, many could lose access. I spoke with local food banks like the one behind me that worry families could go hungry. 3 million Floridians are estimated to be using SNAP, 12% of the state's population, providing groceries to low-income families.
I only had $23 in food stamps, and I had to make that scratch, and it was not enough whatsoever. I got the same story, but there's no help. It's very hard to figure out how I'm going to feed my son and my daughter every night.
You my baby dad. I want all your money. I want child support.
But starting this week, millions will lose eligibility.
There are children that will not have access to healthy food, right? There are families that will struggle to put good, healthy food on their tables. These have long-term repercussions.
Harsher requirements could put more strain on nonprofit food kitchens like Feeding Tampa Bay.
We're already looking after 1 million folks every day who need our support across the 10 counties we serve. They're already struggling. This will add several 100,000 new folks to our care.
The new work requirements expand working age to 64, up from 49, and require 20 hours of work per week. And exemptions for being a parent now cut off when kids are 7 years old, not 18.
Making further cuts for people who need this assistance is just going to make it so people have to make really difficult decisions.
Rep. Cross says this can lead to long-term health issues for thousands.
Often people that have less money go towards cheaper food rather than some healthier things like fresh produce, proteins, fresh, eggs and dairy.
The hopes in Washington are that these billion-dollar cuts save Americans money.
If you want to buy a sugary soda, you ought to be able to do that. The U.S. taxpayer should not pay for it.
Starting next year, soda, energy drinks, gum, and prepared desserts will not be included in SNAP benefits. States will now cover 75% of SNAP costs, up from 50%.
It's just another attack on, people who are struggling to get by already. It also puts more administrative burden on our state. And we see that, the federal government is shifting a lot of responsibilities to the states, anything from looking at cuts to FEMA to, the SNAP benefits program.
The changes starting today are part of a decade-long plan to cut $186 billion from SNAP. States will take on most of the cost from there.
It takes stuff like this in order to bring families back together. See a lot of people wondering how their kids are going to eat, and it's going to take the mother and the father, like it always has. I think that bringing families together is a wonderful thing, and things that encourage that, I am generally going to be in favor of. I was shocked and surprised to see that the cutoff age was 49 for working. That seems young to me, but we definitely have to get our able-bodied people back to work so that they can help build communities. And also, there's honor in work. There is pride in work. When JP says clean your room, there are many, many people, especially young people, who are looking for direction. And if they are not living up to their full potential, then they are not going to find as much enjoyment in life as I would like to see them have. You can use my Buy Me a Coffee link to buy Leroy a dog treat. Leroy, stop that. You're so cute. Oh, I love you. I love you. You guys steal the show. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your host, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Leroy, you're not bored, are you? Leroy, did you know that 9 out of 10 people only watch to see you? Yeah. I'm just kind of here holding space for you. It's true. It's true. Leroy, you're so much fun. You're way more fun than any puppet. Right, Leroy?